What's up, everybody? And welcome to a new episode of the podcast series. I'm here today with Dylan, aka the Big Dog, aka you already know that.
Yep.
Before we get going, I just want to say if you like this content, make sure to like this video, leave a comment for future ideas because we're starting to run out of them, and subscribe for more content. Alright, now with that out of the way, Dylan, let's get this out of the way. So, we now know the NBA Finals matchup, the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Miami Heat. The Heat won today against the Boston Celtics, and they are now facing LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the Lakers. Now, I feel like if I count out the Heat, they're just gonna freaking win it all because, the Cinderella story. I counted them out against the Bucks, for Christ's sake.
Yep.
But look how that happened. Look how that happened. Like, they demolished us, and then they went on to beat the Celtics. But yeah, I got Lakers in 6 or 7, because honestly, yes the Heat are good, but when LeBron James and Anthony Davis are on the same team, who on the Heat are gonna stay? Who's gonna stop that duo? Andre Iguodala is not gonna be able to. He's too old. Jay Crowder, I got LeBron. Who's gonna defend Anthony Davis? Bam Adebayo, maybe, potentially Bam. I could see that actually happening. But then who else? I got the Lakers for that specific reason. Because I don't know who's gonna guard LeBron. I don't know who's gonna guard. Oh, I guess Jimmy Butler. Duh. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Why didn't
I
I
don't
say
see it
Jimmy
working
Butler?
on LeBron. LeBron's just LeBron.
Yeah. So LeBron's gonna get his 4th ring. The Laker fans are gonna think this is legitimate. And yeah.
Even though it counts, but oh well.
Yeah. I just
I'm
want.
just so glad I'm not a Clipper fan in LA. Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm just glad in general that. I don't know what I was gonna say there, but yeah, I got Lakers in 6 or 7. It could go to 7 games because the Cinderella story, but I think King James is gonna reclaim his throne, and for the first time ever, he'll win a championship with a Western Conference team. He made it. This is his 10th NBA Finals. 10th. The last year he got injured, so he couldn't even make it to the playoffs. And to be honest, last year if they would have even made it, I don't even think they made it to the Western Conference Finals because Lonzo Ball would have been terrible probably. Brandon Ingram wasn't the Pelicans days, and who else is on that team? Josh Hart, Kyle Kuzma. I don't think they would have showed up, even though Kuzma's like the only one that remained from that team last year, and Rondo. But yeah, I just wanted to say that because I think if they even would have made it to the playoffs last year, I don't even think they would have made it out of the second round. Obviously the first round, but the second round a little questionable. All right, but
Yeah.
yeah, moving on. So we got some great news today. The Milwaukee Brewers won. I was about to say won. No, they lost today. That's not the good news, but it didn't matter because both the Philadelphia Phillies and the San Francisco Giants lost their games. And also, the Green Bay Packers defeated the New Orleans Saints 37-30. And they looked legitimate. But we're going to get into the Milwaukee Brewers first. We're going to recap their week. And then we're going to preview Game 1 and the series against the Dodgers. And see if we have a chance. But obviously, tomorrow we're probably going to record our playoff predictions. So look out for that. because I don't want it to be. I wanted that to be a separate video, but okay, let's get into it. Let me just pull it up here quick. MLB Brewers. Okay, so it wasn't a great start to the week, as we lost 2 of 3 to the Reds, which I said we could not do, and that happened. But you know, we got a lot of help, which I'm glad we did, because I just realized that we only won 3 games this whole week. So yeah, and it looks like they already have the time for Wednesday's game against the Dodgers. 9 o'clock game. I might be able to watch it after all.
Yep. It's a late game.
Jesus. Good, because I work second shift. But anyway, yeah, we only won 3 games this week, but we got a lot of help. We got a lot of help.
You got lucky.
Yeah.
Well, we'll take it.
We need those. So we lost 2 of 3 to the Reds, and we lost 3 of 5 to the Cardinals. Well, you're like, well, how the hell did the Brewers make it to the playoffs if they didn't even win both of those series? Well, the Giants, they shit the bed.
Yep.
They lost 3 games in a row. The Phillies, they shit the bed too. They only won 1 game this week.
Philly's bullpen is horrible.
They lost 7 of their last 8 games.
And the Giants, yeah, they choked.
So, safe to say we got a lot of help. A lot. And to think that team has Bryce Harper on it. Man.
Postseason the past few years. And the year he leaves Washington, they win the World Series with the Nationals.
Yeah, when they shouldn't have gotten out of the wild card game. Thank you, Trey Grisham. Yeah. So yeah. So we win or we lose both the series, but we still make it in, and we are below 500. Okay, so the first game is, as we said earlier, 9 o'clock on Wednesday. So it's a late game. No starters have been announced yet. So, obviously, because it's not like Council would announce it the day of clinching a playoff berth. He's probably going to announce it the day of or the day before. But I definitely want to see who starts. Obviously, Corbin Burns is hurt. So, Dylan, I want to get your opinion on this. Who do you think starts game 1? Who would you give the ball to right now?
Well, I mean, Woodruff, I keep hearing he might not be doing that for rest reasons, so I don't know. Might have to make game 1 a bullpen game. Give it to maybe like, I don't know.
I'd give Brent
Suter.
Yeah, maybe give Brent Suter an inning or 2. Maybe 3 if he's doing good. Freddie Peralta disappointed today, but I definitely would trust him a little bit in the playoffs. He did disappoint today, but I don't think he can. I don't think he's that horrible of a pitcher.
Also, he was pretty rushed too, so he didn't have really any time to warm up or anything either. Because Brett Anderson left with injury.
that is true. Actually, that's true. Brett Anderson left in the 3rd inning. And that, I swear, that inning took like 2 hours to fucking finish.
Yeah. And then Freddie Peralta was like running out there even though he wasn't warmed up.
Yeah. I think I saw Hader warming up, like, for some reason. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what? I'm like, huh? But yeah, I'll give it to Woodruff, but I don't know if he'll start.
He should definitely get game 1 or game 2, guaranteed. That's not even a debate.
Yeah, and then get his bat in the lineup. That ball's hit well. Back at the wall, are you kidding? 1-1 in game 1. That was an epic call. That still gives me goosebumps.
Joe Buck did good.
Yeah. He actually showed enthusiasm for once. Back at the wall, are you kidding?
I remember I got home from the pig right when that happened.
Yeah.
I was working.
I
I
bet
really
you.
wanted to get my shift was almost done. I was like, come on, I want to get home. I want to
Yeah.
watch the game. And right when I walk in, I see the TV, it's on, and then I see him hit it. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness.
I couldn't believe it. But yeah. In all seriousness, Woodruff for game 1 or just make it a bullpen game. Game 2 definitely should give it to Woodruff. Game 3, if need be. If Corbin Burns is okay, then I don't know if he will be. Don't quote me on that. Give it to him. But if he's not, then I would say a backup plan would probably be
Freddie Peralta is who I'd go to.
Yeah, Freddie Peralta. I was gonna say Brett Anderson, but he's hurt. Josh Lindblom, I don't trust at all. And Hauser has been horrible.
Hauser should be in AAA. Lindblom, I think, should be thrown into the bullpen, personally, at this point.
Well, he did have one inning of scoreless hit, or he did have one scoreless inning today. Only gave up one hit. So you gotta applaud him for that. Congratulations.
Oh, great.
Congratulations. Once again, congratulations. But yeah, that's what I think we should do. And now for the postseason chances. Okay, we gotta get lucky.
Yep.
We gotta get lucky. Let's be honest here. And I'm trying to be biased. I'm not. Of course, do I want the Brewers to win? Yes. Do I cheer for them? Of course. But do I gotta be honest? Yeah, I gotta be honest. I think the Dodgers are winning this series, but we'll get into more depth about that in our playoff predictions for tomorrow.
Yep.
I want them to win. Do I want them to win? Yeah, I definitely want them to win. But I just don't know. I just don't know with this offense. Now, if this team shows up in game, if this offense actually shows up, I think we could have a good chance of winning this series. But I just don't have confidence in that. I don't.
Same.
I just don't know. I really don't know. You got anything else to say about that?
Not really. We just gotta get lucky. Honestly, we don't even really deserve it, but I'll take it, of course.
Yeah, and especially if it's going to be Ryan Braun's last year.
That's one part I am glad that we made it for, was that reason.
I hope
at
it's
least
not.
And if he does end up retiring, at least we can say we made the playoffs with him in his last year.
Yeah, even though we're going to get asked.
Creamed.
Yeah, even though we're going to get ass blasted by the Dodgers.
Most likely, but.
Yeah.
But baseball's one sport where anything can happen, so.
It is 2020. It is 2020, so you never know. Anything can happen. Obviously, playoff Kershaw has not been clutch, so you never know. We could get to him right away. If I'll take it that he's starting game 1. I mean, there's no way that he's not starting game 1. Like, I predict Kershaw for game 1 for the Dodgers. I don't even know any of their other starting pitchers.
Walker Buehler probably, and
oh yeah,
don't they have a guy named Dustin May?
I forgot about Buehler. I actually forgot about Buehler. I don't follow the Dodgers, so don't hate me for that.
Yeah, I don't follow Dodgers really either. I'd have to look more at the roster, get all the names. I'd be like, oh yeah, I remember him and stuff.
Yeah, I agree. But this might be the shortest podcast in history. Like, we only have one more topic to talk about, and it's only 14 minutes. But I'm okay with that, to be honest. It doesn't have to be 1 hour every time, but anyway. So, yeah. Brewers got to get lucky, but moving on. The Green Bay Packers today looked amazing, except for one play. and that was the defense, of course. Day one in high school, hell, even middle school, for Christ's sake. If you played football in middle school, I did. I was terrible. Um, Day one, you're taught how to tackle and how to wrap up. And yeah. How long was that touchdown? I gotta look that up. But the Drew Brees dumped it off to Alvin Kamara, and basically nobody wrapped up. It was just a hit, and he would stay on his feet. A hit, and he would stay on his feet. It was... What the hell is it? Oh, 52 yards. I felt like it was longer. But if you go back and watch that play, it was basically a... You can have it.
Yeah. Now let them have it. You can have it.
I guess the Packers defense must have had Alvin Kamara on their freaking fantasy team, because that play looked horrible. That play looked horrible. I'm like, what is this effort? But then, to be fair, the next possession, Taysom Hill ran the ball and he fumbled, and Zadarius Smith recovered, and I think that's the turning point of the game. I think that's what made I think that's what got us back into it, and that's what basically ruined the Saints' momentum. Is that Taysom Hill play? Yeah. So
that was Hill. I thought that was Breeze actually.
No, Breeze would not. That was Taysom Hill, former backup quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. Actually, before we cut him, and then he found a role on the Saints. But yeah, Hill fumbled. We recovered, and then we got another defensive stop. And I think that's basically with the momentum that we gained from that fumble recovery, because our defense was pretty damn good after that horrific effort of tackling. But our defense after that looked pretty good tackling wise. Yeah. The offense, of course, looked great. Nothing to really say. They scored 37. They almost scored 40 again. They almost scored 40 points again.
On the Saints.
On the Saints.
That's a legit team.
So the question is, are we a legit Super Bowl contender? Yes. I think we are a legit Super Bowl contender. And
we're missing a few key guys, too.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams, that was a huge blow.
And we're also missing Kenny Clark, and then Christian Kirksey was injured halfway through the game. That's all I can think about.
We still won and looked very good.
But
with Devontae Adams playing Kenny Clark, that probably would have made the game even a bigger win for Green Bay.
Yeah. People were saying last year when we faced and beat the Kansas City Chiefs that we didn't, or that Patrick Mahomes was not playing that game. Well, this game you can say that we earned it because we had two of our best players injured and out. And then a very decent inside linebacker for us in Kirksey out.
Kirksey's been really good this season so far.
Yeah, he's definitely a big improvement.
He's replaced Blake Martinez. That's who he replaced, right?
Yeah, Blake signed like a 3-year, $30 million deal with the Giants in the offseason. Still an overpayment. That's a big overpayment, but for the Giants, they got to overpay guys to even go there. That's why they gave Nate Solder that albatross of a contract. They gave Nate Solder like $20 million a year, and he's like a 67 overall on Madden. Yeah. I mean, obviously Madden ratings don't matter, but he's still horrible. But anyway, back on track. There's one play that I loved, and that was a snap count, and we got him off sides, and then we also drew a pass interference call, and this is what the referee had to say. This is probably one of the greatest calls ever. There are 2 penalties by the defense. Offense. uh, uh, that's happened before. That's actually happened before with what's his face? He's one of the funniest receivers, or not receiver, referees ever. Um, I'm forget I'm I can't believe I'm forgetting that name. But yeah, um, but yeah, that's happened before. But and then we drew another pass interference, and I'm like, oh my god, we have another chance to score. How haven't we scored? How haven't we scored already? Because it was like a couple plays, and then that pass interference, and then we scored, which pretty much was the dagger, in my opinion. Um, so yeah, do you have any other comments about the game that you'd like to share? Dylan? Okay, I don't know where the hell Dylan went. What the fuck? Okay, well, I don't know where Dylan went. So I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about next week's opponent. The Green Bay Packers take on the Atlanta Falcons on a Monday night game. Um, we gotta win. We gotta win. Um, Not much to really say here. We gotta win that game. The Falcons yet again blew another lead today. They blew a 26-10 lead and let the Bears come back. So we gotta defeat them. We gotta defeat them. If not, we're a joke. If not, that's a joke. We gotta go 4-0 next week. We gotta. Um. So yeah, for the Week 3 recap, the Dolphins won 31-13 over the Jaguars. Obviously, the Bears won 30-26 over the Falcons. They blew a 26-10 lead. I still can't believe they're blowing leads already. The Rams almost came back on the Bills. But the Bills won 35-32. The Browns defeated Washington 34-20. The Vikings are 0-3. The Titans are 3-0. They win 31-30. The Patriots 36-20 over the Raiders. The 49ers 36-9 over the Giants. The Bengals and Eagles have tied at 23-23. They are now both 0-2-1. And then the Texans lose to the Steelers 28-21. They are now 0-3. The Colts defeated and annihilated the Jets 36-7. And the Panthers win 21-16 over the Chargers, and then the Buccaneers won 28-10 over the Broncos. The Lions won 26-23 over the Cardinals, and then the Seahawks won 38-31 over the Cowboys. So overall, it was a fun week in football, and it was a fun week in baseball. Stay tuned for our playoff predictions tomorrow, as we'll be making our picks. We'll be breaking down the matchups and seeing which team has the momentum. And yeah. Make sure to like this video, as always, if you enjoyed. Leave a comment, subscribe for more content, and apparently, as Dylan is texting me right now, I don't know where he went. I feel like he hung up. But, yeah, anyways, yeah, subscribe for more content, and peace.